Okay, so I thought I'd just come on to the channel today. It's a very different type of video just to talk about the storms over in Valencia because, well, I have been asked about it and I've been asked about how they've affected us over here in Mallorca. But first of all, I have to say, I think I was as shocked as just about everyone watching this video has been about the media images that we've seen circulating on social media and in the press as well of the horrific scenes over in Valencia following the storms. I actually thought when I first saw some of the photos, I thought they'd been artificially generated. I couldn't believe it happened. And following the huge loss of life which we're gradually hearing about as well, I mean, my goodness me, I think I can safely say that all of our thoughts are with anyone that's been affected by the storms over in Valencia. Okay, so the main way that the storms affected us over here on the island was over in Porto Cristo last Saturday, and well, you may well have seen my flight video flying out of Palma on that day and the huge amount of rain that we had and the really severe airport delays as well. If you go onto social media and just search for images of Porto Cristo, you'll see the videos and you'll see how badly that town was affected. But when we do have these danas, these instances of really intense rainfall, well, when the rain does fall in these located areas, it'll channel its way down through the torrents, well, the various torrents that we have on the island as well. And when we get considerable rainfall, then these torrents will overflow, like in the case of Porto Cristo, and just cause mass destruction, which is what happened over in Valencia. And they had, I think it's like a year's worth of rainfall in one day. And well, obviously the torrents and the waterways and the roads couldn't cope with that level of rainfall either. Now, I have to say as well that there's a huge amount of solidarity at the moment and the feeling of overwhelming sadness throughout Spain, regardless of, you know, whatever nationality you are. As a resident here, I can pretty much say that there's going to be a huge relief effort underway too. Schools are going to be back next week. We've got a public holiday on the 1st of November and schools will be closing for a few days. So when schools are back next week, I'm pretty sure every single school is going to be doing something to help with the relief effort, and we're going to hear about news of these relief efforts trickling through as well, not just for the people but for all the animals as well who've been displaced by the floods too. Now, another way in which the storms are going to be affecting us over here in Mallorca probably won't be seen for the next few days, but we get most of our food coming through on the big freight ships coming across the bay here from Valencia port. And I was actually over in Mercadona supermarket yesterday picking up a few supplies. Obviously I've been off the island for a few days and had to get some stuff in, and I noticed there's a big shortage of fresh fruit and meat. Now, we're actually going to walk up to Mercadona here. I'm here with Admin Anne because I am a little bit worried that we're going to get some food shortages over here too, and I'm worried that when people realise this, there's going to be a fair bit of panic buying, because as you remember, during the pandemic we did have food shortages over here because people were buying more than they needed. Now, we're not going to be doing that today. I just need to get some essentials in, and I didn't get the chance to get in what I needed yesterday, so I'm back here with Admin Anne. I want to make sure she's got everything she needs too, because, well, looking on social media last night, I saw a video of the road leading up to the port and just widespread devastation on that area too, and I can't imagine how any of these ships are going to be leaving Valencia port coming over here to the islands as well with fresh produce or anything fresh for the foreseeable few days or even couple of weeks as well. It's going to take time for that to get cleared up, so we're going to go and check out Mercadona supermarket now and go and see what that's like too. I also have to say as well, if you're over here on holiday, you may well also find, if you're in the supermarkets, a lack of fresh produce. It's going to mean that you can get out into the local markets that we have around the island, because of course we do have farming communities here, so it's a good excuse to get into the markets and maybe get some fresh produce from there. I think we're going to be doing that as well over the next few days. But also as well, I also encourage you, if you are coming over, to, and this is not a shameless plug for the Facebook group, but actually quite an important one, join the Facebook group, the Mallorca Under the Sun Facebook group, and the page too, because this year I have been posting any weather alerts that I've been getting as well, to warn you if you're over here on holiday of any incoming storms, because these have to be taken seriously. And I know now, following the storms over in Valencia, that we're all a little bit more on edge when we get a storm alert pinging up on our phone, because we don't know what it's going to bring. And I'm pretty sure the people in Valencia just the other day didn't realise what that was going to bring either. So if you are coming over, make sure you enable weather alerts. If you've got an iPhone, enable those weather alerts. If you have an Android phone, I'm pretty sure you can do the same as well. If you are looking at a good weather forecast, check out AMET. I use it for my Monday Island updates. Go and check out that weather update as well. It's probably the most accurate you're going to get, over and above anything like the BBC weather forecasts as well. So take a look at that, check the Facebook group as well. I'm down here in Son Caliu, and you can see that we've got stormy skies in front of us. It's very hot and humid here. Although we've got highs of about 24 degrees, I'm looking up at the sky. We've got a mix of blue sky, but a lot of grey clouds as well. And I know we're going to have some rain later on today. Nothing that's going to be like a storm, but I have been alerted to storms coming through tomorrow for the 1st of November. So I'll post about that as well on the Facebook group when we know a little bit more. Also, one other thing that I do want to say as well, when we do have a lot of rain, when we do have storms, just maybe avoid going into the sea for 24 hours too. Maybe stick to the swimming pools if you do want to go for a swim, because the levels of pollution in the sea after a storm are going to be high, because you're going to have that huge rush off of water from the land as well. It's going to make the seas not the best place to swim as well. And often as well, we do get some sewage spills as well. I hate to say it, but we would get the red flags up, and I don't know how much longer the flag system is going to remain in place around the island too. Normally on the 1st of November they take the flags down and the lifeguards stop service. Not the case over here, I don't think, in Calvia, in Magaluf, Santa Ponsa, Palma Nova way. I think we're going to have a lifeguard service in place for a little bit longer, but just take care. If we do have days of very heavy rain, maybe avoid swimming in the sea, because that sea won't be as clean as it should be. Okay, so we're going to leave Son Caliu now. We're going to just take a walk up the road. We're going to head into Mercadona, and we're going to see what the supermarket situation is like today. So, just turning the camera around, we're down here on Son Caliu beach. You can see how much rain we've had actually, and the runoff from the land as well that's come back down into the water. Normally this is quite a nice little sandy area. Not the case. It's very, very wet down here, and you can see where we've had a huge amount of water runoff. You can see as well we've got the flag system still up here. Orange flag means that there's no lifeguard present. Yellow flag means caution, and you can see why. Just look at how choppy the seas are over here down in Son Caliu today. They have a little swimming platform here, so you can easily get into the water. And Anne was just watching somebody heading on into the water, and she soon changed their mind actually. It looks very choppy here today. It's not particularly safe. I wouldn't recommend swimming down here on a day like this. But anyway, let's head away from Son Caliu now. Just having a quick look out into the water. Look, you can see we've got storms. We've got a few spits and spots of rain all over the place, and in the distance as well I can see a Balearia ferry. It's probably heading on into the direction of either Ibiza or Barcelona. But anyway, come on, let's take a walk up towards Mercadona. And we have just come into the Mercadona car park here over in Son Caliu, and there is not a space free here. Now, this is a huge Mercadona. I think it's the biggest in the southwest of the island, but just about everybody has come here to do their shopping today. But also it is a public holiday on the 1st of November too, and Mercadona supermarkets are closed. I suspect Lidl and Aldi will be open tomorrow. They kind of never close, and they're just down the road, but my goodness, everyone's come here to go shopping. So anyway, we're going to head on into the supermarket. We're going to go and see what that's like today. Okay, so there's literally no trolleys. This is the trolley park. Let's just wander in anyway. Don't need to buy too much. Okay, so we just walked into Mercadona to a 2-minute silence that's being held for the victims of the Valencia tragedy. Now, it's looking a little bit better than it was yesterday when I tried to come shopping. We do have stuff on the shelves here, which is great to see. Okay, so we can see today actually that they've managed to get supplies back here, which is really, really good to see. You can see the footage that I've laid on top of the video here, how empty the shelves were over in Mercadona. Maybe they've changed their transport route, but thankfully, just looking at the meat section here, we've still got a good supply. I mean, the queues at the checkout are incredibly long, but we don't have the food shortages that we had yesterday, which is really, really good to see. You'll know that I've done a full price check as well over in Mercadona supermarket in a past video. I'll come back in the winter and do another one actually, particularly for next year's holidays, because I know the prices are probably going to change before you come out again next year. But yeah, look, £3 for a little piece of cheddar, or £2.75, €2.75, sorry. So yesterday, these shelves were almost completely empty over here in Mercadona, but we do not have that problem today. Thank goodness. Look at this, they're completely fully stocked. So it looks like the food has come in from somewhere, which is really good to see. Okay, so it's really good to see that we haven't got any supply problems over here in Mercadona today. Whether it's over here in Son Cala, I'm not sure what the rest of the island is like, but it looks like at least they've got distribution sorted out. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what it looks like over here on the island. You can see the sun has largely come out today. Like I said, don't forget you can find me in the Facebook group if we have any updates regarding the weather over here over the next few days. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Goodbye for now.